Hello guys, my name is Alex at Verus Academy and I teach IB Physics. And I'm shooting this video today because Verus Academy is opening new IB classes for SFS students. And I wanted to show you guys how we teach IB courses here at Verus Academy. And I also wanted to show you guys the teaching materials that we have. It's because our teachers have put a lot of efforts into creating these teaching materials, and I guarantee you that they're going to be very, very helpful. So let's get right to it. Let me first tell you about the courses that we're offering this year. We're only offering year one courses, so for rising juniors. And we're opening all three science courses, IB Physics, IB Chemistry, and IB Biology, and also IB Econ and Business, and IB Math AA, and it's not shown here, but also IB Math AI. And all of our teachers are fluent in English, so all courses will be fully taught in English as well. Alright, as I mentioned before, I am going to show you guys our teaching material, and I'm going to take examples of our science materials, and it's just because I teach IB Physics. But you guys can pretty much assume that all other IB courses taught at Verus Academy take the same format of the teaching material. Okay? So, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but IB schools have to strictly follow the guidelines provided by IBO, IB organization. So, a lot of your school teachers will test you guys based on the official IB past papers. So that's why our fundamental problem solving material depends on IB past papers. But if there are teachers who create his or her own test, then we also follow with that as well. But I wanted to first show you guys how we have organized the official IB past papers by topic and also by question types. So let's get right to it. So what you guys are seeing on the screen right now is a PDF file, and it's a very large PDF file of page 1900. Now it's a PDF file which is a collection of all possible IB Physics past papers ranging from year 1999 all the way up to 2022. Now it must be nice to have these papers, right? But it doesn't really have much meaning to it when it comes to your school exam, because your school exam will be conducted topic by topic, but every single one of these IB past papers will contain a collection of questions from all possible topics to be taught over 2 years of IB course, right? So what we do is, based on this PDF file, we create another file. Now it's a PDF file of page 275, and what it is a collection of only wave questions from the past papers. So we handpick the questions so that we collect all possible topics, all possible questions within that topic only. So this paper has a total of 92 questions, right? So if you can solve every single question in this, I'm pretty much thinking that you're going to get a 7 on this wave topic, right? But it's not always possible that you solve every single question in this packet, because you may be investing your time in some other subject as well, right? So what I do is I further organize the questions into question types. So I handpick the questions that seems most important to me. So the ones that I feel like if you have solved this collection of questions, you've pretty much seen all possible variation. Not all, but pretty much 90% of possible variations of question types within that topic. So here I have waves general concept, so it's a question that deals with general concept in waves. And what I do is I provide a solution, a more detailed solution than the mark scheme, so that you guys can kind of just take a look at it and understand what I'm trying to say. And next, it's got slit experiments, interference, and diffraction grating. So I collect similar question types, the related ones, and then I handpick the important questions so you guys can pretty much read through the possible variation of the question types. So I'm assuming that if you can solve every question in this section, you've seen pretty much every single variation of the questions within the topic of slit experiment, diffraction, and diffraction grating. Okay? So how is this possible? How do we create these files? I want to show you our database as well. What you're seeing on the screen right now is our database. This is my database for IB Physics. And what we do is we index every single question. So if you take a look at the screen, it's 2022 May TZ2, and it's the title of the paper. And in this year, the first question dealt with motion graph analysis and also Newton's laws. And the second question, ideal gas and thermodynamic processes. Now what we do is we index every single question like this up to all the way down to year 1999. Okay? And I do the same thing for paper 1 as well. And it's pretty much the same story for our other science subjects as well. Chemistry is done in a little different format, but it's the same logic. This is the classification of the questions for topic 1, and it's year from 09 up to all the way up to 2022. And for topic 2, the same story. Okay? And for IB biology, topic 7, topic 2, topic 8, topic 11, and so on. Okay? You might be wondering, aren't all the science courses revised this year? So we have to use it differently. Yes, that's true. So we're prepared for that as well, because we have mapped the old syllabus to the new syllabus and the newly coming in option topics, and we know exactly how we have to recombine the questions. So we've indexed the questions so we can recombine the questions however we want. So this is what we do. We try to customize the questions so that it's the most efficient to the upcoming summative test at your particular school. So we try to understand what your teacher wants you guys to understand and what your teacher expects you to know, and then we try to provide you with the most efficient problem-solving material by customizing all these IB past paper questions. And as I said before, this applies to all other subjects mentioned before as well. I'm just showing you science examples for the time's sake. And you guys can pretty much assume that most of the IB teachers use IB material because they're required to. But if there is any teacher who creates his or her own material, then we follow up with that as well. So I want to show you guys now materials for concept lectures. So we created our own concept summaries and also definition packets. As you guys know, IB asks a lot of definition questions, so you have to know them word by word, okay? So let me first show you my lecture note. This is my IB physics lecture note. I simply have a couple of diagrams and topics written out, and then for the rest of the content, I handwrite them out as I go. So if you guys take a class with me and write notes as you go like this, after the class I'll provide you guys with this concept summary. Now I write them myself, and our rest of the teachers write their own concept summaries as well. And what we do is, as we write them out, we try to write them out so that it serves as a reminder of what you guys learned in class. So we try to preserve our tone so that it speaks to you as if we were teaching the material in class. Okay? And here I can show you the definition packet we have. This is IB physics definition packet for waves SL and HL. And I wrote them out. It's actually a little more than enough just concerning the definition questions, but I try to include some of the answers to the questions that require some kind of explanation. Okay? So when you guys read this through, you'll find definitions and also some of the explanation solutions to the questions that require some kind of explanation. So this is what we try to do. We try to give you guys some kind of material that you guys can use on your own time. So it's nice to come to class and, you know, listen to teacher teaching you guys different concepts. But what about after the class? You guys have to have some kind of material to review, right? So we try to create these materials for you guys to take it home and then use it on your own time for review purposes. Alright, that's it for today's video, and if you guys go to our YouTube channel, you guys can find another version of video explaining the IB classes that we're opening for SFS students. It's a little more extensive version for the parents, but if you guys want to check it out, go ahead and check that out. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact Hagwon. On the details section of this video, we have listed our address to our website where you can find the schedule, and also the phone number to our Apgu branch and the Kakao ID as well. Our managing staff also speaks English, so you guys won't have any problem communicating there as well. And thank you for watching such a long video today, and I hope to see you guys in person someday. Thank you.